Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you how to use the Merlin birding app. It is one of the most important tools that I have, and for any person who's starting up birding, it's a lifesaver. So I'm going to kind of walk you through a few of the tools. We'll just first start with the step-by-step, and this is useful if you didn't get any audio, you kind of got a good look, you have no picture, but basically you say, hey, I saw it here, I saw it today, it was yay big, and you'll learn, the difference between the smaller sparrows and the bigger geese, and you got a crow. So it's got some good benchmarks, but it's pretty good. Even if you're close, you can just feel around a little bit. So we'll say it's robin size, and then you pick the color. In this case, mine was blue, and I saw a blue bird that was big enough. And where was it? All these things, the location, the time of year, and where you saw it, and the colors are really actually quite telling in what kind of bird you see, because they follow lots of behavior. So we'll say it was in the trees, and it thinks about it for a minute. It's going to create our possible list here, and there you go. And you can see that, some of these aren't super blue, but one might think they are a little bit blue. And in my case, the first bird I saw was the Woodhouse's scrub jay. And that looks about right. I didn't get a great look. But in my case, I actually did get a photo of my very first bird. So let's try that out. So we're going to choose a photo. And I'm going to go find one of my recently viewed pictures. So this was actually the first picture I technically took on my birding journey of this bird in my backyard. I didn't know what it was. It's not a great picture because it was my iPhone, but it does bring the location in and the date, and I can hit identify, and I only get one option, the Woodhouse's scrub jay. So now I'm feeling pretty confident. The better your picture, the better your chances are. When you get too many birds, or there's some birds that are very similar that aren't the same, that's when you got to be a little bit more careful with the pictures. But overall, between those two, that's a good start. The third option is actually my most favorite, and it's one that I use in the field all the time, and it's this sound recording one. So I'm just going to go ahead and do a quick demo that I have recorded for you. So we hit record, and it starts recording. Okay, so after you have your sounds recorded, you can always come back in and you can look at the previous ones with this My Sound recording at the bottom. And we can look at that recording. And here's the birds that we saw. And, what I like to do here is, there's no guarantee that Merlin got it right. It will hallucinate from time to time, but it tells me what I'm looking for, more or less, right? And so I at least know, okay, these are the kinds of birds and the sizes. I can listen to the song and I can see, oh yeah, that does sound a lot like what I'm listening for. So there's lots of options to help you kind of just get the lay of the land, and that's why it's such an important tool for me, is it shows me what it might be. At the end of the day, whether you use the sound recording, the picture, or the step-by-step, there's an option to say that's my bird. When you press that, it pops it over into your life list, where it'll keep track of the first time that you saw that bird, which I love because I'm a collector. The other important thing to do is, when you're getting started here, is you're going to want to make sure that you, in the settings, that you download these bird packs. So you got the My Offline Birds, and you can come in here and you can add a region. So if you are traveling somewhere or would like to travel somewhere and just want to know what kind of birds there are, you can install these bird packs, and once they're installed, they show up on your bird list on the Explore section. And you can toggle that to what's likely around you, or you can look at your offline ones and show all regions. And you can see I've downloaded enough packs that I'm looking at 6,500 birds. But generally, likely, wherever you're at, show the birds. This can be really useful to show you what you might be looking for as well. And if you really want to know where to find these birds, that's what the eBird app's for, and I'll do a separate demo of that. But you can see what's in the area. I like how it shows the little timeline, like the yellow warbler. He comes starting in April and he leaves by October, so he migrates. So if we click on him, we can actually scroll down after the songs, and you can see these nice range maps, and it shows you where they travel from and to. So, and he's down here in South America during the winter. You can see the yellow as they migrate up through Texas, and then they just breed all over the rest of North America for the summer before heading back down. Again, migration, they'll go down these paths and head back to South America. So that's the Merlin app, loaded with lots of useful information. But again, my favorite thing about the app is the sound recorder while I'm out in the field. Just make sure that if you hear something, you stop walking, stop talking, so you can pause and give the app the best chance to hear it. Or if you're in your backyard, sometimes I'll just hit record and I'll go set it outside in my backyard for 10 minutes, and then I'll go take a look at what it heard. Again, if I don't see it, I'm probably not going to count it unless if I'm 100% sure that I'm hearing the same thing it's hearing, and it's a bird maybe that's deep in the bush. But that's how you use Merlin, and it will help you a lot throughout your journey.